Hello. I'm answering a question from my friend Rosie. And the question was something like, does healing ever end? Is there an end to this path of personal development and healing, or are we always working on ourselves? She said something like she has the feeling that she's taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and sometimes 1 step forward and 2 steps back. So it's a really great question, because anyone who's been on the spiritual path or the path of healing and personal development ends up asking this question at some point or at many points. I'll try to keep this video as short and as concise as possible. The simple answer is, at this time, at this moment in time, in this day and age, no, there's no end in sight, because we are healing many generations worth of dysfunction and unfulfilled lives, unresolved trauma, programming, conditioning, miseducation, bad habits, false relationship with self, false relationship with other. You know, humanity has fallen so far off the path that to be alive right now is both a great blessing and can feel like a real curse, because there is so much that we have to do to be healthy and to live in a good way. This is why I do the work that I do, because in my childhood, as a very young boy, I looked around me and I just felt like, this is crazy. People are mad. Societies and my family and school and really everything that I saw just felt so false. And I experienced a fair amount of abuse, so that really I didn't have any choice. I never wanted to do this kind of work, but somehow it wanted me to do it, so here I am. So this idea that there is an end in sight, that we're going to heal ourselves and then we're going to be happy, really this comes from a sense of ego, because the ego, and I don't mean a healthy ego, I mean that kind of unhealthy ego that believes it deserves everything. What I would recommend to anyone that is on this path is to be very realistic about where you're coming from, your ancestry. What kind of lives did your parents live? What kind of lives did your grandparents live, your great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents? Find out everything you can about them and really be honest and realistic with yourself. It's very difficult for us to be honest with ourselves about our parents. Where are they at, you know? Or where were they at if they're not around anymore? Were they happy? Healthy? Did they live a balanced, meaningful life? Did they feel fulfilled? Did they die with regret? These questions are worth asking to come to the point of really seeing the parent and the relationship with the parent as it truly is, so that actually then you can love them for who they are, and from that perspective come to a much deeper understanding of who you are, where you're from, and where you choose to go to from there, because it is a choice. In order to make that choice, we need to be informed. We need to know ourselves. And this is really the path, what it's all about. It's about self-observation, self-knowledge. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.